to a hiding place. Take me to outer space. I want you to be my friend.
It's like having a boombox. This new iPad Pro, it's my line-making boombox. I got music coming through it. I got every line move going. I don't even have to ask you where the lines are moving on these games in real time. I mean, this is insanity. Football, you just scroll, you just got to make sure you don't spill the hot coffee. It's unbelievable. I mean, you ever look how big this thing is. But literally, no matter where I am, what book I'm walking through, whether it's in Atlantic City or whether it's in Las Vegas, because we are not in New York.
Exactly.
Because we're in Baltimore, right? This is insanity. Now let's talk about line moves. People are watching steam play. Let's turn that music down for a second. People are watching line moves on these screens. It is Sunday. And we got huge moves. I mean, you look at some of these games, you got 4 and 5 New Orleans at Washington, up the street, 3 and 5. The line opens up at pick, goes to 1 New Orleans, now it's back down to pick. People are confused. I don't know which way the money's moving on this game. You got Cleveland, 2 and 7 at 5 and 4 Pittsburgh. The line opens up at 4 and shoots up to 5, then comes back down to 4.5, 4. You have Baltimore, 2 and 6 against 2 and 6. The line opens up at 6 and goes down to 4.5 last night, and now is 7 in some places overnight.
Right.
These guys have no idea what they're doing unless they're trying to do dummy moves and arbitrage these plays. Meanwhile, if you're one of our clients, Friday night, we hammer USC in the second half. Yesterday, we hammer Oklahoma State in the second half, because these teams that don't try in the first half, like a horse race, you see over here my horse racing photo, because I am in Baltimore, Maryland, 5 minutes from the Preakness, where they run the Preakness in Pimlico. This is horse racing country, my friends, and it is the sport of kings, and we'll get to that later in the year. But just like a horse race, good teams are not going to put themselves against the wall and have rubber legs going down the stretch. Right. They're going to conserve their energy. And this is a business of knowing how to trade games, not just bet games for bet's sake. And this is why I've been pounding the table on the radio and on TV year in and year out. Don't be a fool and just bet it and forget it. Yesterday, I was on the phone with a client. What was that guy's name? Christopher in Seattle?
Yes.
He was trying to talk to me. I couldn't even think, because I'm getting a late move from a group. They're saying, you go hammer Oak State, but I only had 2 minutes. Right. There's no way to get that information out quick unless you're one of our private clients.
Correct.
It's just not going to happen. This team's down 10 points at halftime. They're at that point 8-0 or 9-0 in the season. You really think they're not going to find a way to come back and win that game? You think I need to look at statistics? You think I need to look at trends? You think when USC is down at halftime to that garbage Colorado team, it takes a rocket scientist to figure out? But when you log in or you go walk to the book, you know what I saw? I saw USC minus 10, minus 105, Colorado plus 10, minus 125, to trick the public into thinking that the favorite was the dog on the money line. So when you log in, you go, wait a second, something's not right here. Why don't I have to lay high vig on USC minus 10 in the second half? These are the tips and tricks you can get here if you want to come in from the outside and be an insider, absolutely free. Let's talk about the NBA. Cleveland, 8-2 on the season, favorite to win the NBA championship. After that, the Spurs, 7-2 on the season, favorite to win the NBA championship. Golden State Warriors, 11-0 straight up. You're talking about some serious talent. Yesterday, you play all 3 games, you go 0-3 against the spread. If it was that easy to lay 16 and 17 points in the NBA, all bookmakers would be out of business. What, are we just going to lay the wood?
No.
Not going to happen. So, if you want to make it a November to remember, and you want to march on and make it a December to remember, and you want to walk into the new year, look at these computers in front of me, look at the iPad that I got in my hand, and understand that you're not betting on a game. You're not betting on the good team. You're not betting on the bad team. You are betting on the line. That's what you're betting on. Anything else you want to say? Because you're the one talking to these guys. I got guys calling me, from the East Coast. I got guys calling me from the West Coast. You guys know I just got back from my roundtable. I deal with the largest players in the world. They pay me. I make them money. They pay me, and I show them the psychology of how to be a winner trading to make money. I'll show you how to play both sides of the games. I'll show you how to in-game trade, but I won't show you how to put your pom-poms on and root like a losing cheerleader. Because anybody can sit there and handicap a game and tell you they got some system against the spread that can't lose. Guys, you think you're going to beat the books at their own game? These guys make hundreds of millions of dollars a year taking your money because your ego is so big that you're unwilling to listen to anything other than your lousy opinion. Now, today, when you look over here at the board, what do you see? You see Green Bay opens up at 12, goes to 10.5, and you see what? Wise guys are on Detroit? Maybe, maybe not. Remember, when a line moves on a game, who moved the line and why? Aaron Rodgers has been shitting it up the last 2 games. Public's losing faith. That's probably a public move.
Of course, of course.
That doesn't mean Aaron Rodgers. We all know Green Bay gets the job done at home. I'm more inclined to say lay the wood in that game because that's a dummy sucker move from the general public. Now, it's too early. We got 3 hours till game time. But don't fall trapped from watching the screens and think that screen is going to give you winners. That screen is a tool for professionals like us to let you know which way the money's moving. It is just a tool. Without direction, you have nothing. Good day and good luck. This is your Sunday report. Make it a November to remember, a December to remember, and let's march on to the new year. It is a beautiful time of the year to make money. And you can do it very easily. Come in from the outside, come into the inside, thesyndicatinsider.com.